What's up, guys? It's just King. What's up, guys? I'm back finally, and I'm just here with another quick little story time. I recorded a mukbang for this story, but I was eating like major pain. Time when I tell a story, it's better when I just tell it when I'm not eating. So I'm just gonna tell y'all about the time that I dated a thot. Basically. So I went to DeSoto High School, and this is in this story. I went to DeSoto High School. This was like 2 years ago. I was a junior, I do believe, and the DeSoto High School has what is called a block schedule. They have a day where you have 4 classes in one day, and then you have your other 4 classes the next day. They have A day and B day. So that's important for the timing arrangement of the story. So, okay, so it was on a Thursday, and it was an A day. My A day is when I have most of my boring classes, but I have a lot of my friends in those classes. In this particular class, it was me, and we're gonna call the other dude Pete. It was me, this other dude, Pete. It was, and then it was another dude named Andrew. Well, that's not his real name, but another dude named Andrew, and then it was 2 girls. It was Melanie, and then it was the thot. So I come in class and sit down. So when I come in class, they're having a conversation about like high school movies and being popular and stuff. When I sit down, they start talking about like, oh, wish we was popular like this dude, because I wasn't popular back in school, in my opinion, but I knew like almost everybody. Like I knew who they was, and everybody kind of knew my name. So they was making jokes like, oh, wish we was popular like this guy, and then I was like, I'm not popular and stuff like that. And I was like, I made a joke, and I was like, don't nobody even really like me. And then, so Pete, he says, I don't know what you're talking about, because almost everybody in this classroom likes you as a friend or is attracted to you. And I was like, what? You telling people business? And then he was like, okay, I'm not saying no names, but it's one person at this, it's about one person at this table and 2 other people in this room. So at this time, it's still like everybody's still entering class. So the other people, I don't know who they were. The other 2 people that supposedly had a crush on me or was attracted to me, I don't know who they were, but I knew. But you could. But they somehow Pete later on, like a few minutes later, convinced thot to tell me that she had a crush on me, which was true. She had a crush on me, and Pete convinced her to tell me. So Pete convinced her to tell me she had a crush on me. Me being the nice dude I am, if you have a crush on me, I'm not just gonna completely ignore it, especially if we're friends and I find you somewhat attractive. Immediately when I got this girlfriend, I posted a picture of me and her. It's me and she was Hispanic, but she looked Caucasian. So it is what it is. So she wanted to hear me say, okay, you can be my girlfriend. So I said it. You can be my girlfriend, and we can see where this thing goes. So we go to lunch. She doesn't sit by me this time. She doesn't sit by me. Uh, I go and I'm sitting. I think I'm sitting with my theater group of friends. And this lunch I had my theater friends. I had my theater friends at my other lunch, but I had my theater friends in this group too. So I know where they would sit. She doesn't sit by me, but I'm telling my friends like, hey, I got a new girlfriend or whatnot, and yada yada yada. So I finish lunch. We go back to class. We just in class, holding hands, kicking in and caking it, having good little conversation. I'm thinking everything cool. She a sweet girl, I ain't really got no problems with her, and she semi-attractive. So I'm like, okay, cool. Bet I got me a little thing. I'm finna spoil her. Okay, so this is where things start going wrong. So I try to get her. I tell her, okay, give me your number so I can call you over the weekend and we can talk and stuff like that. This is where the first part. She was like, I don't really my phone ain't really on. I just text and stuff or Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, you seriously don't have no number? And I was like, and she was like, yeah, I don't have no number, which was true. I'm not saying that she was lying about that. She really didn't have a number. She only texted over Wi-Fi. So I got her Kik. Now Kik is a messenger app, and it was kind of still popping back then. So I got her Kik, and I was texting her like throughout the day. Like when I went to my next class, me and Melanie, me and the other girl, Melanie, had the same class together. She was my friend too, but she was like a best friend more than like I find her attractive. Like she was cute, but she was more like a best friend. So we went to the next class because we had the same class together. And I was just texting her and I was talking to Melanie and stuff like that. Cool. Next day, Friday. Friday is a B schedule. It's the B schedule, the B day schedule. But this is when I have all my fun classes, but I didn't have that many. I didn't really get to see all my friends during that day. I got to see all my friends on my A day, which was my boring day, but I didn't really get to see all my friends on my B day. I just got to see them in the classes that they were in. So I had like 3 fun classes, then I had like 1 board class. So so Friday she didn't come to school. I find this out from one of her friends that was also my friend. So we had a mutual friend that I didn't know we had a mutual friend, but I found out she didn't come to school that day. So I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't gonna see her that day anyway, so cool. So I was texting her through the day, but she wasn't really texting back, and the internet was messing up because it was school internet. So I wasn't tripping on that. But Saturday we get out of school. Saturday roll around. I'm texting her. We're kicking in, caking it. We having good conversation. So I'm the type of person that if we start dating, I immediately need to at least take you out on 1 or 2 dates when I have free time. And around that time, I was getting like a nice flow of allowance. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me just text her, see what's up, see if she can go to the mall with me or something. Cause I'm not a super, oh, we gotta spend money, we gotta go to a restaurant. Nah, I'll walk around in the mall with you, buy you a couple things, and then that's a good date to me. That's a good date to me. Or we go see a movie, and then we could go walk around on like a strip mall or something. That's a good date to me. That's a good date to me. But so I'm texting her trying to see, what's up? Can we chill or something? Can we go to the mall or something? So this is where her stuff starts to go wrong again. She starts telling me about how she's in a foster home, which I had no idea. Had no idea she was a foster child. and she tells me how she's in a foster home, and her mom, her foster mom, is not really doesn't care for her enough, and she doesn't really like her to. She doesn't really allow her to do anything. She's super strict, and I knew I had strict parents, but the way she was describing her, it was like, dang, you don't let your daughter do nothing. So she was like, maybe, I don't know, maybe we could try to do something tomorrow, but Saturday, she definitely not gonna let me go out. Okay, so cool. Sunday roll around, I'm like, okay, well, maybe she go to Sunday church or something like that, and I can go to church with her. So I try to go to church with her, and she's like, okay, we don't really go to church like that, and my mom got something for me to do today, and she said I can't go nowhere. So I'm like, okay. So we wasted a whole weekend. We ain't did nothing together. We ain't did nothing, but we had pretty good conversations. But towards the end of Sunday, the conversations started getting slower and slower, and like lackluster. Like one word text messages back. If y'all know y'all know how one word text messages make you feel. Y'all know how it make you feel. Okay, so I'm cool. I wake up next day. It's Monday. Monday is an A day. So A day is Monday, and we supposed to see each other in class today. Okay, so cool. I go to school. I'm waiting all day. I'm waiting all day to get my lunch class. I called it my lunch class because it was the middle, the kind of the middle. It was the third period, and it was the class that we went to lunch. So I'm waiting all day to get my lunch class. It was a math class. I'm waiting all day to get there, and I get there, and I see all the rest of my friends, but I don't see Tatiana. I'm like, where's she at? Like, where's she at? So I'm waiting, but I think maybe she's just late. She gonna show up later, and we'll be able to kick it and cake it again. Nope, she didn't show up at all during the class. So I'm like, okay, so she either skipped this class or she stayed home today again. So I text her, find out she had a doctor's appointment or something. She had to stay home. So I was like, okay. I wonder why you didn't tell me that Sunday when I was telling you can't wait to see you tomorrow, and you were saying me too. But that's cool. You got a little doctor's appointment. Cool. Stay home from school, because I don't like school that much anyway. So I'm dang sure I ain't gonna question nobody not coming to school. So that class go by, and we go to my last class or whatever. So me and Melanie, we talking about it like she didn't miss school for like 2 days as soon as we got together. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I was just like, okay. So there's her mutual friend comes in, and she sits there, and she's like, didn't you say you've been talking to Tatiana? I was like, yeah, I've been talking to her. And she was like, she been talking to some other she been supposedly talking to some other dude. And I'm like,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
what are you talking about? So she was like, I don't really have all the details, but I'll let you know if that's true or not. So I'm like, okay, well, she probably just heard that and heard through the grapevine, and it really wasn't true. So I goes home, I'm texting her, she not really responding. She giving me one word text, she not really responding to me. So I'm like, okay, something ain't right. So I go to I go to school the next day, and that same mutual friend that told me she was been talking to somebody else shows me on her phone that she's been using. She had her kick code. She showed me. She was like, "Oh, girl, not good for you. You might want to just let her go." And she was a good friend for doing that. Like, I appreciate you. Look out for me. So she showed me she been texting some other dudes, and I'm like, okay, we only been dating for like basically 2 days, because you missed most of the days during the classes. And when I go back to school, this is Tuesday. This is a B day. I'm not gonna see her this day, but I do know most of the classes she walks around in, and I know she passes my last class. Okay, keep that in mind. But yeah, I found out she's been texting some other dude. Now, I'm not the type of person where I like to share. I don't like to share my relationship. Like, if you with me, you with me only.
Period.
So you got one time to text somebody else, or conversate with somebody else on a relationship type term, and you supposed to be with me, or you trying to do sexual things with them and stuff like that, doing sexual favors and stuff. Like, that's below the belt. That's below the line. So I go to class. At the end of the day, I see her. At the end of the day, like, remember I told you she passes my last class. I see her, and she tries to avoid me and go the other way. So I call out to her. I'm like, hey. Now, I was like, this is what I said. I was like, hey, babe, where are you going? Because I was going to question her about it, but I didn't want to just pop up with it like, oh, you been texting other niggas? Like, I'm not no crazy dude like that. I'm just going to ask you, and you got one time to tell the truth, and then we just going to end on good terms. So she walks up to me, and she's like, I don't think this is going to work out. We just need to, I think you just need to see some other people, and I don't think I need to be your girlfriend. I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, weight off my shoulders, because you can't talk, you don't text back, you can't go see nobody, you always miss school. I was like, okay, cool, go to class. It seemed like I didn't give too much of a care, but it was only because I already found out you've been texting other dudes, and on top of that, you breaking up with me, and I was giving you a chance because you had a crush on me. Okay, next day, this is where I found out all the juicy details. This is my A schedule again, and I'm like, okay, so I go to class. I find out from this other girl, from my other mutual friend. See, all her mutual friends just doing her dirty, telling her all her business, because she deserved to get her business told. So she comes up to me and was like, wasn't you dating, ain't you dating such and such, such and such? I was like, nah, we broke up, and thank to God be the glory, because she was texting other dudes. And she was like, yeah, she been sleeping with my brother to stay in his closet. I'm like, huh? What? Now, I ain't never heard no story like this, so I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on. So come to find out, she ran away from home, and she been sleeping with our mutual friend's brother to stay in his closet. And turns out she got I'm not sure what she had. She had something, and that's why she had to go to the doctor's appointment. So I dodged the bullet, because the most thing we ever did was maybe hold hands when we first got together, and then we texted and talked. That's it. I'm so glad I never kissed her and never tried to with her. I'm so glad. So I find out all this. I'm finding out all this, and I was like, not to mention she was texting other dudes. So it was just baffling to me. I was like, well, I gotta dodge the bullet, cause I hate to find that out and we were still together, bro. I would went crazy. But yeah, that's the end of this story. I don't think nothing else really significant happened in the story. That's the end of the story. I got more content coming. I'm trying to persevere through this procrastination, but I'm really just trying to get good content out for y'all. I'm not trying to just post no lackluster videos. I want y'all to get the best videos that I possibly get. I'm still getting my equipment together. I got a new stand. Still gotta get a camera and stuff, but it is what it is. But you know, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed this little story time. And with that being said, until my next video, peace.